Hello everyone, welcome back again. So, in the continuation of Indian literature series, today we are going to learn the concept of Kamla Das. She is one of the greatest Indian English writer, mostly famous for his poems and as well as short stories. And the concept of his writings is extremely beautiful yet bold. Means she comes from that era where a woman writer is not that much hold the respectable position, but she embarked her position in the society, in the very conservative society. She touched matters of very boldness in her poetries. So we are going to see that. So this is the first part of Kamla Das biography, as well as you are going to learn some important key facts. So let's begin. So first of all, let's see Kamla Das biography. So the time span of Kamla Das birth is from 1934 to 2009. So she was born on 31st March 1934 at Punyarkulam in southern Malabar, and that is it is in the Madras, right? She died on 31st May 2009. So the time period of her living is very much important. So do remember the time span, that Kamla Das time span is from 1934 to 2009, and she belongs to a very well renowned educated family. Even even her mother is very much good at writing, as well as his grandfather. So let's see, first of all, let us learn about her father. So her father name is V.M. Nair, right? And he holds the position of a managing editor of the widely circulated Malayalam daily Matrubhumi, right? So as I just told you that she belongs to a very renowned literaturist family. Even her in her childhood she used to read, she used to write. Means she get the atmosphere of creativity at her home itself, right? Let's talk about her mother. So her mother name is Nalapad Balamani Amma, right? Her mother is very much famous with a second name, that is Balamani Amma, and she is a renowned Malayali poet, right? So her mother is quite very much renowned in writing poetries, especially in the language of Malayali, right? Her husband is K. Madhav Das. She was married at very young age of 15, right? And if we talk about the occupation of Kamla Das, so she is considered as poet, novelist, and short story writer. And she is quite famous for the genres. So the genres are poetry, novel, short story, as well as the memoirs, right? And one of the most important question regarding Kamla Das is that she write with her pen name, right? I know you will be knowing the meaning of pen name, that is the pseudonym, or we can it called false name. So her name is that Madhvi Kutti, right? Do remember that Madhvi Kutti is the pen name of Kamla Das, as this question is very much important. It has been asked in the earlier examinations too. Let's see some important key facts about Kamla Das. So the very first key fact about Kamla Das is that she was one of the most prominent feminist voices in the post-colonial era. It is very important to know that means we have to learn about the background of Kamla Das, so we can easily understand the concept of Kamla Das poetry, that it is very much important, right? So as Kamla Das is considered as one of the most feminist voices. Imagine the post colonial era. That time the society was very much conservative. Women are not allowed to write, even means they are allowed to write, but women's take very sophisticated topics, like they don't touch very much bold topics at that time. But so Kamla Das has the guts to take all the feminist voices in a row. So it is very much important that she is the prominent writer in the post colonial era. So here the second key fact is she wrote in her mother tongue Malayalam as well as in English. So this question is also very important, that she wrote in both the languages, and the two prominent languages of her writings are Malayalam and the another one is English, right? The third one is also very important. She earned the label the mother of modern Indian English poetry. So this question may be asked in this way, that who is considered as the mother of modern Indian English poetry? So the answer will be Kamla Das, right? Let's see more about her family. So she belonged to a family considered the literary royalty of Kerala, right? As I just told you about the literary background of her family, once again you can read it out from the screen. Like, her mother Balami Amma was a famous Malayali poet, as well as her granduncle Nalapit Narayan Menon is a respected and a renowned writer, right? Next important key fact is that she has also been likened to literary greats, means a comparison has been done of Kamla Das with the greatest confessional female writer, whose name is Sylvia Plath, right? So Sylvia Plath means comparison with the greatest Sylvia Plath to Kamla Das is one of the key thing. So she has been compared to Sylvia Plath because of the confessional style of her writing. Whatever is in his heart, whatever is in her mind, she changes to writing, right? So her confessional style of writing became very much renowned. So she gets comparison with the Sylvia Plath too. And the last key fact for this video is that a part of her childhood was spent in her ancestral home in Malabar, Kerala, and the other part in Calcutta, where her father was posted for work. So this key fact is also important, that most of his beautiful childhood memories she recollected in her ancestral home, that is in Malabar. One of his poems totally based on the all the reminiscences of the Malabar, right? That poetry as well as her notable works and other important facts we are going to discuss in the next video. So that's all for today. This is the first part of Kamla Das. So please be stay tuned for the further parts. In the further parts we are going to discuss more key facts as well as the notable awards, notable writings of Kamla Das. Okay, then thank you so much for listening.